Sometimes you've got to talk yourself into having a good day. The work day can be one of the hardest environments to stay high-spirited and encouraged. You've got nonstop demands, OPAs, that's other people's attitudes, and so much that is outside of your control. All the more reason for you to encourage over your workday. Every day doesn't have to be Manic Monday on repeat. This mindset is mandatory if you are actually going to maintain and protect your peace during the ever-changing workday. So let's get into it. Your day is no longer determined by who's cutting up in your inbox, who didn't deliver on their commitments, and now it's piled more onto your plate, or who you are telling for the millionth time what to do. You determine if you will have a good day since you can encourage over your workday. Not the person who's tap dancing on your triggers, not the person who doesn't care about all the things that you have to do, or even the person who doesn't understand the pressure you are under outside of these work walls. Your power is not outside you, it's in you. And this is the mandatory mindset you have to encourage over your workday. Ready for me to be your personal mindset coach? Work with me one-on-one. Let's let go of what's holding you back and get the mindset you need so you can chase your dreams while doing all the things. You don't have to just dream about the life you love. You can actually live the life of your dreams. With my simple strategies, you can go from imagining to manifesting, from just trying to thriving. Let's rewrite your story now. Tap the link in the show notes and apply now. Your next level you is awaiting. Let's go on this journey together. In the midst of doing all the things, you can do all things and chase your dreams. Stay encouraged as we go on this journey called life, tackling everything that comes our way while we shine our light despite any circumstances we face. No more downplaying or dimming your light, because through the good, the bad, and everything in between, together we can encourage over everything. Hey, encourager. I hope this episode finds you optimistic and looking forward to your work week. Whether you love your job or have a love-hate relationship with it, because I know it bees like that sometimes. You've got to be able to encourage over your work and career. We spend a lot of hours and our life at work, and it can require us to constantly focus in on our mindset to make it through. That old adage, perception is reality, couldn't ring more true. Except I think it's even louder than that, since your perception is your reality. The way you see it is the way it is. So when you see it as a great place to work, you tend to have great work days. Whereas when you see it as a terrible place to work with no opportunities, you wind up having terrible work days and create your own ceiling. You are a powerful creator. If your perception shapes your workday, why not choose to make it a positive one? Start your day in gratitude, a positive attitude, and looking forward to an amazing day. What's the most exciting thing you're looking forward to at work? And don't say getting off work, okay? Because I already peeped how you do. And if you're wondering how I know that, it's because that's how I used to be. Now listen, you're spending 8.5 hours plus sometimes, And if that is just the minimum, you might as well enjoy it. Work is another place to celebrate accomplishments and milestones. You'd be surprised how many do not recognize even one way they're winning at work, often because they are doing, quote unquote, what they're supposed to do. A lot of people are supposed to do a lot of things, and they don't. To take it even further, everyone will not do it at your level. So celebrate the supposed twos. Celebrate all you do with excellence. Most people don't work at high levels. Not everyone shows up as their best, but you do. This is how hype you need to be when you go and put in that work. In a world where you are busy, you've got a household to run, crazy kid schedules, work, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. With all the adulting going on and all the roles you're working so hard to fill, it can cause you to forget about one of the most important relationships that you have, the one with you. Whether you've just been too busy making everyone else's world go round, or maybe you're living according to what somebody else thought was best for you, or maybe life just happened and it's got you feeling like you don't even know who you are or what you want anymore. There are so many things that can distract or disconnect you from your inner knowing. Go from feeling lost or disconnected to reconnected with the Reignite Your Inner Knowing roadmap. Get you back in touch with yourself and feeling like a priority on your own list. Knowing your desires and what you want at this season in your life, you can live the life of your dreams. And it starts with the connection you have with you. Check the show notes to get the Reignite Your Inner Knowing roadmap. It's your time to get back in touch with you. Click the show notes and get started. Take that momentum and focus on solutions. You can only play one position. Are you going to be part of the problem or are you going to be part of the solution? If you ask me, there are enough problems and enough people giving voice to the problems. What we need are more action takers who are actually willing to step up and not just talk about it, but to be about it. How can you be a positive catalyst, influence, participant in change and forward movement? Complaining about it, pointing fingers at what everyone else is doing doesn't bring about change. Remember, to complain is to remain. It's easy to get stuck when you feel like you're not in a power position to really make change. But I want to encourage you to start with you. What can you do to make your day better? How can you make change or challenge work for you? You may not be able to modify the circumstances around you immediately, but you can always champion a good attitude and the type of day you will have. It's on you to create for you what your environment cannot. This includes prioritizing yourself. There is room for your self-care at work, and it's up to you to honor it there too. Make sure you take your breaks. Don't skip out on your breaks. So many people wear working through their breaks like a badge of honor when it's really a sign of dishonoring yourself. Losing track of time and working for hours on end drains the living life out of you. And then you wonder why you're so tired at the end of the workday. And then you take that empty tank home to your family. When you take breaks on time, you refuel the tank, re-energize yourself with even more energy. That promotes mental clarity, to have the sharpness needed to make decisions and produce at higher levels. Bypassing your breaks has the opposite effect on you, and it leads straight to burnout. What should you do with your break time? What are your favorite go-tos that have you feeling good? Is it a walk through the neighborhood? Fresh air does wonders. Is it meditation, having a healthy snack, getting rehydrated, or is there something else that brings you center? Define what that looks like for you and put it in rotation. We've got to normalize self-care in the workplace. You can tap into your self-care anywhere. No one will care more about your self-care than you. That's why it has a whole self right on in the front. You have to prioritize yourself in your workday. You owe it to yourself to own your day with your self-care intact. And yes, put it on the calendar if you need to. Set yourself up for success by owning the start of your day. I do this by taking the last 15 minutes every day to identify my big 3 for the next day. This also serves as a way to end your day knowing that you will feel complete. Some of us have a hard time turning work off or making that transition into life. I will actually dive a little bit more into that in a little bit, but for right now, set up your big 3. What are the big 3 things you must do tomorrow? And this is a game changer when you are working on a big project that spans over time, or even if your work doesn't really have an end. It's just a continuous loop. When you do the 3 things that are most important to you at the beginning of your day, you show yourself you are a priority and you will feel a sense of accomplishment right away. Think about the momentum you can create and how awesome is it to operate from that place, from this momentum that you've created. Yes. And now you feel accomplished and amazing as you move forward throughout your day. Now, what else can you accomplish? Now you can move forward into your email. If even just saying the word email, just a lightweight, gave you heart palpitations or made you clench your pearls, hang in here with me. You are worthy of self-care every day, not just on a Sunday. As you do all the things and chase your dreams, self-care has to be a major part of your day-to-day life. Giving yourself what you need is the key to being able to give everybody else what they need. If you're having a hard time making sure your self-care is on your list, get all the deets in the Encourager's Insider Guide to Self-Care. These free, easy DIY tips for simple ways to make self-care a part of your daily routine, plus some bonus goodies. Get your free Encourager's Guide to Self-Care because you deserve to be a priority on your list. Grab it right on the blog or the show.encourageovereverything.com/self-care freebie. No more being last on your list. Grab it today and give yourself the gift of self-care. Your email is a list of everyone else's demands. It's their agenda and everything they need from you with not a single care in the world to what your priorities are. And everybody wants some. Yes, Van Halen was right on the money with that song. Everybody wants a piece of you, and truth be told, they will take blood, your firstborn, or your fur baby. People will suck the life force out of you if you let them. The reason you end up feeling drained at work is because you are doing what's important to everybody else and none of what's important to you. Before you get sucked into email, make sure you are taken care of. Now, I'm not saying ignore your boss, okay? Don't have us getting in trouble up in here. But I am saying protect your time first thing at the start of your day. Not every day will be perfect, but only deviate when it's worthy of the deviation. And now you can go on to winning the rest of the day. And when it's time to wind down or wrap up the day, look at your calendar for the next day to prepare. Set up a wind down or wrap up the day routine for yourself. Start with 15 minutes. Now you may need to play with this. You might need to adjust or shift as you need to. Feel free to leave yourself that flexibility. You may need to build in more time to cancel appointments, delegate, or rearrange things for a better flow. Now that you have your big three, your day is set for tomorrow and you know what you're walking into. You can also get to the end of the day feeling this beautiful sense of completion, knowing you did the things you set out to do. You answered some emails, solved some problems, managed your self-care, and now you can end the day on a high note. And then you can do your commute with peace of mind. If you work from home, I encourage you to have a virtual commute routine too. Make that transition into home free from the workday so your family and friends aren't paying the price for the kind of day you had. I'm not naive to think you won't experience irritation, annoyance, or negativity in some form throughout the day. However, when you have this mindset, you are prepared to have an incredible day, all because you set the intention and backed it up with action, regardless of who or what's going on. You are managing your self-care and meeting your own priorities. You not only own the day, but you put yourself in a better position to win the day. Your day is no longer determined by who is cutting up in your inbox, who didn't deliver on their commitments, and now those have landed up on your plate, or who you are telling for the millionth time what to do. You determine if you will have an awesome day, since you can encourage over your workday. Not the person who is tap dancing on your triggers, not the person who doesn't care about all the things you have to do, or the person who doesn't even understand the pressure you are under outside of these work walls. Your power is not outside of you. It's in you. You can honor your power by declaring and living into what you want your day to be. You can have a good day, a great day, a glorious day, a gentle day, a gorgeous day, or any kind of day you want to have. I went with G's because good and great are words we use on the regular that don't always have as much pizzazz as other words. Go down the alphabet picking a positive word to live into, or pick something positively spectacular to live into. Every day you can level up. Every day you can request more of yourself and from yourself. When you live with positive intentions in your workday, you boost the energy in your work and, dare I say, even your happiness within your day. Yes, you can have happiness in your workday because you define that for you. And you are no longer swayed by work circumstances, coworkers' attitudes, the culture or environment of your team or company. Encourage over your workday and watch everything around you bloom. All of the outside circumstances that seem so permanent will shift, all because you have made the shift. Encourage over your workday and have a positive perspective so you can reap all the benefits of all the positivity that's surrounding you. Stress is available, but so is a sensational, successful day. Own your day, and that includes your workday. Encourage over your workday because you can encourage over everything. Encourager, thanks so much for tuning in. My wish for you is to have your encouragement cup filled up. If you enjoyed this episode, there's a few ways to say thank you. Share it with a few friends. You are a true encourager and spreading encouraging messages to lift others up because that's just what we do. Leave a review, light me up with some stars, and share your feedback so we can make encouragement a way of life. To keep the conversation going, connect with me on Instagram at Encourage Over Everything. And don't forget to check out the show notes for today's sponsors, along with how to apply to become an elite encourager for one-on-one coaching, along with all the other ways to stay connected. Thank you so much for being here with me. Until next time, I'm sending you love, light, and loads of positivity because together we can encourage over everything.